What's up? I just want to talk about like the frame of reality. Like the box we're in. Technically, like there's there's a think of it like a tomb. You know, like what you do, what you move with, what you think with, what you act with is all inside the tomb. If you practice to get out of it, you're still only just practicing. You gotta go out and kill for what's yours, You gotta, like, take possession of your own reality. Make your will the number one focus in the world you live on, you know? It's like things happen for a reason, but crazier than that, or what's scarier than that, is what happens if you don't act out before that reason. You know, you gotta. There's a constant check between this and that, what ifs and if nots and stuff, and you gotta like it's like a ricochet. Like you throw a ball, it hits the wall, and then it comes back to you. But before then, it has to bounce. It has to contact the surface, and to do that, you gotta really understand what was put in place ahead of time. All this is just gonna make no sense, because words are like, they're tools. Words are tools. It's like everything we make, everything we produce on Earth is a tool. Like everything has a usage. So what you put in place with your own mind or in your own time, you gotta really think about, or else it's not going nowhere. You gotta carry a burden and carry the world on your shoulders, technically. You know, spiritually and physically. You gotta you gotta rock on burning coals and shit. You gotta you gotta you gotta step through life like there's nothing ahead of you. It's just like you're free falling off a cliff, and at the end, there's gonna be a, I wanna say, it's a cold landing, but just in case you're not ready for it, you gotta prepare your mind for it. You gotta do somersaults and flips and turns and twists just so you can land in the water perfectly. And it's shit like that. The mind is kind of crazy. The mind plays games with you. You know how they say every cell has their own mind, has something that controls it, like a switch. Like we're all like robots, mechanical and shit. Like if you if you seek your own will, then everything will come into fruition. You know, it's just shit like that. You gotta work on your life first before you step in and try and corrode another person's life. You gotta, you know, pick up where your people left behind, where it's like it has to do with ancestry and shit. It has to do with a whole bunch of that stuff. And you gotta think twice. You gotta overthink. You gotta side sweep, side step. You gotta juggle your whole routine, or else life won't matter. That's what I'm. That's what everyone needs to know. Life won't matter after a certain point. You know. And for the fact that life doesn't matter no more, you gotta look at Earth and look at the world. Like if you let's imagine like a hill, right? There's grass, all that, and then there's like this little pond, the lake in the bottom. Like a sea or river or something on the side of the hill. You can't expect that like they say waters overflow. There's floods and stuff, but if you're on a hill, you're thinking, oh, the waters will never reach me. But that's what pain is. Pain is something that you gotta go through and think about constantly. You gotta check yourself, or else things will fall apart.